right, so this video is about me getting into playing competitive table tennis in my 30s, which is really late for most people. Just for context, when I say competitive table tennis, I don't mean that I'm like a professional or something. Like, I know I'm not super great at table tennis. Like I said, I didn't start playing until I was already in my 30s. But when I say competitive, I mean, someone my skill level. Like, it's a close game to me, in my opinion, and I'm taking it seriously, I guess, is what I mean by competitive. I was somewhat like a typical American in regards to table tennis, or what I knew as ping pong. I thought ping pong was just like something you play at like the bar or something, or like it's in someone's basement. I didn't think of it as like you needed to be an athlete to play it. I played a couple times. Whenever I would play, it was with other people who also didn't play. So like, I always thought I was pretty good. I was like usually beating everyone. It was very rare for me to ever lose to someone in ping pong. So there was a point in my life where I was feeling down about how my life was going. I think when someone said something about playing ping pong, I was like, okay, well, I feel like I'm losing a lot just in my own personal life. I would feel down a lot. So I was like, let me just go play ping pong and I'll just feel better because I'll be beating everyone and it'll be like a easy win. So I think of it like sometimes you win and sometimes you learn. And I did nothing but learn for the next 3 months. So I was ready to try my best at this, and I was in college. I went back to college because, like I said, I never tried my best at anything, so I thought I should go back to college and try my best. And it felt like a second opportunity because I feel like I didn't try my best with basketball growing up. So table tennis was kind of this opportunity to put my all into something that was athletic. And yeah, I just kind of fell in love with it after that. I didn't win a single match at my club for the first 3 months I was playing, and that didn't matter. Or maybe it did matter, but it was actually more positive than it sounds. This video, I'm just going to talk about some things that I love about table tennis personally, and hopefully it gets more people like me, like more Americans, to play table tennis. So in table tennis, I was taught about a next ball mentality. You always want to concentrate on the next ball or the ball that you're currently playing. A lot of times in my life, I focused on, oh, I just messed up, or I'm scared to mess up. So then I wouldn't take a shot, like when I was playing basketball, for instance, because I was afraid to fail. Table tennis, it's just me hitting the ball, so I have to go for it, and I have to try, and I have to try to take that last ball that I failed. I have to remove that from my mind and only focus on this ball. It's hard enough to win the point while you're clear-minded, but like it's even harder to win it if you're thinking about, oh, I just messed up on that last thing. So it taught me to, I guess, be in the moment, which has been infinitely helpful in my life. Table tennis taught me to value each moment. I kind of see each ball or each like time you get to try to rally, like that represents a moment or a time in your life, and you have to treat each one with respect that you don't get infinite of them. Like in a table tennis match, you might only have 11 chances per game to try to win a point. So it kind of taught me to have more value and respect on each moment and each chance that I get to try to prove myself or learn something. Table tennis taught me to be very detail oriented. I used to constantly want to just succeed through easier means, or like even by luck or something along those lines. In table tennis, it is so brutal with the details because it's so easy to make a mistake. It's so easy to miss the table or to get confused with spin. And in this game, you're punished very quickly by just making a mistake. So a lot of times in lower level play, like in my games, it's just who made the least amount of mistakes, not necessarily who was like, hitting a bunch of winners. In table tennis, they don't like luck. So like there is luck in table tennis. Sometimes you get lucky and you hit the net, then the edge on a point, and you score the point, but it wasn't the way that you intended to. And I love that the best table tennis players, they apologize for it. Like they're like almost disgusted, like, oh, that's not how I wanted to win it. Like, because they have so much confidence in their play that they're like, I can win without the luck. Um, I think that's how it goes. I mean, I know that they always apologize, but I think that's what's happening. Um, and I'm sure that it's also partly due to like respecting the other person, like knowing that they put in a lot of hard work as well. So you don't want to win in like a grimy way. You'd rather the win or loss come from your true merit, which I love. That's not how I used to think. I used to not care how it came. I just was so results oriented. Like all I cared about was the result. Did I win or lose? Not was I getting better? Did I give my best effort? Table tennis also taught me to be flexible. In table tennis, I think most people have played against someone who is just better than them in terms of like quality of how they take a shot. And usually with those types of players, if you do the quote unquote best option where you're trying to put on as much quality and like do certain tactics that are very common in table tennis, you will probably lose to the person who just does all the same things but better. So you have to do things that are sometimes technically worse. Like the best stuff is when someone doesn't expect it coming. So sometimes, people will hit a chop block. Sometimes people will hit a dead loop just to throw off their opponent, or like place it somewhere that is technically worse, like send it to their forehand where, they would hit a stronger shot, but they expected it to their backhand. And that's kind of, I really like that. Like, it's not like only do the best thing every time. If you really understand the rules, then you'll know when to break them. And the last thing that I really love about table tennis is that I always saw table tennis as a solo sport, which technically it is. It is one-on-one, unless you're playing doubles. But it's not a team sport like how I'm used to with basketball. But you cannot get good at table tennis alone. And every time you step onto the court, it doesn't feel like you're stepping into the court alone. You are an accumulation of all the players that you've played with, that you talked with about table tennis, all the matches you've watched, all the coaches that you've had. I think that that's a beautiful thing about table tennis, is that you bring all your experiences with you into it. And when you play, win or lose, or win or learn, you take something away from the match afterwards if you choose to. And in basketball, you could work on a lot of things by yourself. You could practice shooting, you could practice dribbling drills. But with table tennis, you can practice your serve by yourself. But for the most part, in table tennis, you are not going to get good if there's no one to hit the ball back to you. It really stresses the importance of community. You need to have people to play with in order to improve. And I really loved that, because part of my sadness all those years before table tennis, I think, was that I didn't have enough community. I didn't have enough people to count on and that counted on me. I felt very isolated before, and table tennis definitely makes it to where you're forced to be less isolated because you need to play with other people. As far as the community aspect, I love that about table tennis, because I play with people that are anywhere from 12 years old to 88 years old. Sometimes there's a huge language barrier. Sometimes we don't speak the same language, and that's perfectly fine. People in table tennis can be short, tall, skinny, fat. Sometimes they don't even have use of their legs, or they're missing an arm or something, and they can still play. It wasn't as much like that in basketball. You wouldn't see someone in a wheelchair unless they were playing with other people in wheelchairs, but I've seen players that are 10 times better than me in a wheelchair, or they only have one arm, and I just think that that's amazing, that you can still play no matter what kind of body you have, no matter how old you are. I lose to 80-year-olds. I think that that's an amazing thing, that you can play. Anyone can play this game and have an amazing time, and you can find someone that is around your level, and that is the best feeling in table tennis. So yeah, basically I think I started playing table tennis essentially because I was sad. But it helped me so much with getting over a fear of failure. It helped me make friends and build community. And I am forever grateful to table tennis and specifically my club, Wichita Table Tennis. And um, special thanks to all the people that play with me, especially PJ and John and Richard, people who like really coached me a lot in my journey. Anyway, thanks for watching, and hopefully everyone wants to play table tennis now.